What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Last week I talked about Keith Yandel and Bobby Ryan getting cut by the U.S. Olympic team, and why I was against that. But if you saw my projected team, I had Erik Johnson on it, and a lot of people kind of questioned that. And when he didn't make the team, I was all right, it's par for the course. But I looked deeper at it, and the one thing working against Johnson that'll carry him around his entire career was that he was the number one pick in the draft. And you look at his number one pick in '06. The 2004 number one overall pick was Ovechkin. The 2005 number one overall pick was Crosby. Then the year after, the 2 years after were Kane and Stamkos in that order, '07 and '08 respectively. So compared to those guys, he ain't that good. But when you look down at what he is, I mean, he's on pace to have 38 points and be plus 24 this year as the number one defenseman on a playoff team. And the other night against San Jose, the other day, excuse me, I think it was a matinee game in Denver. He played 26 minutes, 24 minutes the other night against Philly, 23 against Columbus, 25 against Winnipeg. I mean, and he's playing big time minutes against top level competition. He's got some size. He's 6'4", 230 pounds. And again, I think the number one thing working against him is just, no pun intended, the fact he's the number one overall pick. I mean, he's not being rated fairly for his performance as a National Hockey League player. And I think one of the biggest things that hurt him was his last year of development. He tore his ACL in 2008. I mean, for a 20-year-old defenseman to go a year without, the injury itself, I think now with medical technology being what it is, guys can recover and come back better in many circumstances. But, he had a lot of developing to do at 20. He'd played, I believe, 4 full seasons in the show at that point. Yeah, 69 games in 2007, 2008 as a 19-year-old rookie. And, he is what he is. And I think if you look at him for what he is, you plug him in Orpik's role, and I think he can play that exact role. Because again, he plays big time minutes, and again, the fact the guys that were picked after him in the draft, including Jordan Staal, who not going to start on that, but Taves, Kessel, Backstrom, actually Taves, Backstrom, Kessel in that order. And those guys are legitimate stars and will be on their respective countries' Olympic teams, Canada, Sweden, the U.S. And I just think it's like if you look at him for, like I said, what he does every night as opposed to what he should have been, I think he's a quality NHL defenseman. Colorado's gonna make the playoffs this year. He'll be the number one defenseman on the playoff team. Like I said, he'll play a ton of minutes, be plus 20, plus 24, maybe put up 40 points. That's not bad. I mean, again, you look at being the number one pick and all that, and I think the big reason he didn't go number one to Colorado, the reason Seth Jones didn't go number one to Colorado was because of Johnson's inconsistencies. But to call him simply a bust isn't fair. I mean, I wouldn't call him a superstar, but I think his play to this point has definitely warranted a spot on the U.S. Olympic team. He's been, you look at last year, I think he had 3 assists in 31 games. That was it. He was minus, I forget, I'll look it up again, but then you look at his play this year, he's really improved, and he's going to be a big reason that team makes the playoffs. I mean, you can give Raw credit, and he deserves a lot. Varlamov playing well. And the forwards, Duchesne and McKinnon, O'Reilly, those guys. But I think you look at Johnson's contributions. I know they're giving up a lot of shots, to which the Toronto Maple Leafs goalies say they don't know what a lot of shots would be if it bit him in the ass. But I'm not going to say he's a straw that stirs the drink, but he's one of the straws. And I think USA Hockey erred in not breaking up to Sochi. But anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ and Erik Johnson not making the U.S. Olympic team. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.